Money talks, but it don't sing and dance and it don't walk. I always get a bit reflective around this time of year. You know the drill. What did I achieve? What did I learn? What will I do differently next year? And then, inevitably, the list narrows itself down to holidays. Maybe 2, possibly 3. Let's not get carried away. We're still pretending to be sensible. It's worth remembering that the Western New Year falls on January the 1st isn't some cosmic milestone. The universe doesn't reset. Time doesn't reboot. It's January the 1st because the Romans found it administratively convenient. Julius Caesar formalised it, and the church later rubber stamped it. Which means the answer to what have the Romans ever done for us is, amongst other things, New Year's Eve, hangovers, and the illusion of a fresh start. Tara and I recently headed back to West Drayton for a couple of beers at the King William in Sipson, with Big Mikey, Timetable Dave, and Paul, Taylor's version. It was genuinely great to see them. I skipped the crack and rum. I now know my limits, and they are surprisingly close. But it reminded me how rare and valuable old friends really are. In the long run, friends might actually be the most appreciating asset any of us ever acquire, with no dividend tax, but occasional maintenance costs. As for goals for 2026, holidays, obviously. Simplifying life, which is far harder than it sounds. I've got a computer course in February that I'm hoping to pass, and I'm quietly excited to see what Apple does next with AI, and what the rest of the tech world decides to unleash upon us, for better or worse. Dark matter is back in the news. It makes up most of the universe, does absolutely nothing sociable, and continues to ghost every experiment like a cosmic introvert, who meant to reply but never did. On that note, everything is made of atoms, including us. Atoms are mostly empty space, shaped by probability rather than substance, which means reality is organised emptiness, briefly agreeing on boundaries and politely refusing to let us walk through walls. And finally, the stock markets. They're hoping for a Santa rally. Early signs are cautiously optimistic, which in market terms is basically wild enthusiasm with its hands in its pockets. And on that note, Happy New Year. Be nice to each other, take care, and stay well.